Good morning, Taquan. Now I'm getting your work in.
When the silent man moves, he moves like a ghost through fire. No warnings, no mercy, just consequences. Let me break it down for you. Emotion is a weapon, but only if you know how to use it. Otherwise, it's a liability. You love too loud, you get exploited. You care too quick, you get used. You forgive too easy, you get repeated. The world don't run on love. It runs on leverage, on power. And in this cold, rotten game, the one who watches without blinking wins. Not the loudest, not the flashiest. The one who waits and hits hard when it matters. You think people respect kindness? No, they expect it. They drain it. They come back to it like leeches, 'cause they know you'll never say no. That's your problem. You're scared of being alone, so you let everyone stay, even the ones who poison your peace. You call it loyalty. I call it suicide. I know what you're feeling. The weight, the ache, that quiet rage boiling in your chest when no one listens, when no one sees you. I know. You walk through life like a loaded gun with the safety on. People push, people test, and you smile. You fake that peace, but deep down, there's a monster screaming to be let out. And let me tell you something. That monster, he's not evil. He's not wrong. He's you, tired of being prey. You want to know what power really is? It's walking away when they beg you to stay. It's cutting ties without explanations. It's ghosting the ones who drained you without looking back. Power is silence. Not because you got nothing to say, but because they don't deserve to hear you anymore. A silent man sees everything. He knows who's real, who's fake, who claps when he wins and who prays he fails. But he says nothing. He plays dumb. He lets them think they fooled him. 'Cause one day, one cold day, he'll move. And when he does, oh, it's not going to be loud. It's going to be surgical, clean, brutal. A quiet reckoning that leaves no one the same.
Business taxes was always so all-consuming.
You ever notice how the quiet ones get mocked the most? Called weak, shy, awkward. Like silence is some kind of disease. You ever wonder why they want to see you crawl? Why they smirk when you stumble? Why they whisper behind your back when life's got its boot on your neck? It's simple, really. They need it. Their lives are so empty, so pathetically hollow. They need someone else's misery to make their own seem bearable. They don't hate you for what you did. They hate you for what you might do. See, it terrifies them. Your potential, the idea that you might get back up, that you might actually become something despite everything. So they laugh, they point, they shove, they hope you'll break. Because if you do, they don't have to go punchline. Every time they push you down, they're handing you a reason to rise higher. Every bit of spite, every fake smile, every knife in your back is just more fuel for the fire.
Screenshot.
You think God didn't see it all? You think he's blind to betrayal, to injustice, to the way they dragged your name through the dirt? No. No. He saw it. He let it happen because he's got something bigger in store, a stage they won't get to share. The higher he's planning to take you, the harder the climb's gotta be. And trust me, he's planning to take you high enough to make them choke on the dust. You ever notice how they act when you start doing better? How suddenly, the ones who couldn't spare a breath to check if you were alive come out of the woodwork with fake smiles and empty words. It's pathetic. See, people
Appreciate the donation, folks.
take something.
Real
As long
talk.
as
Appreciate
you're
the
clean,
donation.
they're content to watch. But the second you start stitching yourself up, suddenly they're concerned. Suddenly they're experts on your life, telling you how to move, how to think, how to be. It's a circus, and they're the clowns, wearing masks so thick they forgot what their own faces look like. But you can't blame them, not really. It's human nature to hate what you can't control. They see you fighting battles they would have surrendered to, standing when they would have crawled, and it eats them alive. They need you to
Get
fail.
your ass up. Play that shit at the gym.
Because every step forward you take is a reminder of how deep they're buried. They thought they'd watch you die in the pit, but God pulled you out. And the fact that you're still breathing, that's already a victory. But you ain't finished, not by a long shot. The best revenge ain't proving them wrong. It's living so well, they can't pretend they don't see it. Look around. See all these people pretending they got it all together? It's all a front. Behind those grins and fancy clothes, they're more broken than you've ever been. They drown in distractions. Liquor, lust, lies, because the silence is too loud. But you faced the silence. You wrestled with your demons, looked your pain in the eye, and didn't blink. That's strength, real strength, the kind they can't buy or fake. You survived what should have killed you, walked through hell with your head up, and came out with scars to prove it. Don't hide them. Wear them. Make them look. Every scar is a story. Every wound a reminder that pain didn't win. You want to make them pay? Make them watch. Make them see you rise. Make them realize they couldn't break you. That every time they tried, they just sharpened your edges. God's got a plan, and it doesn't end with you on your knees. Ever wonder why the betrayal came from the ones you trusted most? It's all part of the process. Sometimes God lets them turn on you, lets them show their true colors, not to destroy you, but to expose them. You were praying for protection, and he answered by cutting people out you were too blind to walk away from. Pain has a purpose. Betrayal is just part of the plan. See, you can't build a throne surrounded by snakes. God knew that, even if you didn't. That's why they had to leave. That's why they had to hurt you. You're building something bigger, something they can't be part of because their hands are too dirty. Don't waste time looking back. Don't waste breath asking why. Let them slither away and focus on the path forward. They didn't betray you. They freed you. They didn't break you. They built you. You ain't falling. You're just getting ready to fly. Listen close. They'll tell you to forgive and forget, to let bygones be bygones. But they only preach that to keep you tame. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting what they did. It doesn't mean letting them back in. It means letting go so you can focus on the war ahead. There's a difference. Real forgiveness is knowing the past is a lesson, not a life sentence. Don't waste your energy hating them. That's letting them live rent-free in your head. Instead, turn all that anger, all that hurt into fuel. Make it the reason you wake up early, the reason you push harder, the reason you refuse to quit. Make them regret ever doubting you. Make them regret thinking you'd stay down. Your success is the only revenge that matters. Make them eat their words with a silver spoon when they see how far you've come. You know what the real joke is? How they think you're still the same person who stumbled, the same one who laughed at, the same one who didn't know better. They see you standing, but don't realize how much you had to crawl first, how much you had to bleed just to learn how to walk again. It's almost comical, really, how they cling to that outdated image of you because it's easier than facing the truth. People fear change, especially when it means admitting they were wrong about you. They'd rather believe you're pretending, that it's all a phase, that any day now you'll come crashing back down to their level. But what they don't understand is that pain changes a person. It strips away all the weakness, all the naivety, all the hope that the world is kinder than it is. You died in that darkness, that version of you they knew. He's gone. The one that rose from those ashes. He's something else entirely. Something stronger. Something ruthless enough to survive. So let them laugh. Let them mock. Their words are empty. Powerless. They've already lost. And they don't even know it yet. And those who left you for dead, who vanished when you needed them most, they thought they were teaching you a lesson, thought that abandoning you would be enough to bury you. But what they did was strip away every illusion you had about loyalty, about friendship, about love. They taught you not to trust words, only actions. Taught you to stop seeking validation in places that never held it in the first place. Their absence was the best gift they could have given you. See, loneliness ain't a curse, it's clarity. It forces you to face yourself, to confront every ugly truth, every scar, every flaw, without the noise of fake friends and fair weather allies. It's in that silence that you start to hear the voice that matters most, yours. And maybe, just maybe, that was God's plan all along. To strip you of every crutch, every distraction, every parasite feeding off your light until all that was left was the raw, unfiltered you. The you that doesn't break, doesn't bend, doesn't need anyone's permission to be great. The funny thing is, they think you forgot. They think that because you don't bring it up, because you don't throw it in their faces, that you've moved on. But you didn't forget. You remember every knife in your back, every sneer, every lie told with a smile. You remember how they watched you drown and did nothing, how they spread rumors instead of helping, how they prayed for your failure with the same lips they used to call you a friend. You didn't forget. You just learned not to waste your breath on explanations. You learned that sometimes silence is the loudest response, that walking away without a word is more powerful than 1,000 speeches. See, revenge isn't about making them hurt like you did. It's about making them watch you succeed, making them choke on the realization that every single thing they did to break you only built you higher. God doesn't sleep, and neither do his plans. There's a reckoning coming, not from you, but for you. All you have to do is keep moving forward, keep building, keep surviving. They wanted to see you fall, but every step you take is proof that they failed. And don't fall for their apologies, the ones who return when the tide turns, with sad eyes and practiced words, claiming they've changed, claiming they're sorry. It's all a script. They don't regret what they did. They regret that it didn't finish you. If life went south again, they'd vanish just as fast. Forgiveness doesn't mean giving them a second chance to betray you. Forgiveness means learning the lesson and moving smarter, cutting the cancer out without looking back. Sometimes God removes people from your life because he heard conversations you didn't. Sometimes he lets them betray you because he knew they would have ruined you if they stayed. You don't need closure, don't need explanations, don't need an apology. You need discipline. You need focus. You need to keep building even when it feels like the world's against you. Because the truth is, if they were really for you, they would have never left. So, stop waiting for them to understand, to clap, to come around. They won't. Build without them. Rise without them. Make them regret ever thinking you'd stay down. Ever notice how the storms in your life seem to hit harder than the ones others face? How it seems like you're constantly fighting, constantly struggling, constantly trying to catch a breath while others coast by with half the effort? It's not a coincidence. God doesn't waste battles on soldiers who aren't going anywhere. He doesn't let weak souls endure what you've endured. Every trial, every tear, every betrayal was a test. Not to show him what you're made of, but to show you. To prove that no amount of pain, no amount of loss, no amount of darkness could snuff out your fire. They wanted to see you fall. But what they didn't understand is that God doesn't build warriors out of comfort. He builds them out of chaos, out of nights spent alone, out of prayers whispered with shaking hands, out of wars that left scars too deep to hide. You weren't meant for mediocrity, weren't built to blend in, weren't saved from the pit, just to stand in someone else's shadow. You were meant to lead, meant to blaze a path so bright it blinds everyone who ever doubted. You've got a destiny that demands every ounce of pain you've suffered. Don't waste it. And when the blessings start to pour in, when the tables finally turn, don't forget what it felt like at rock bottom. Don't forget how they looked at you, how they spoke to you, how they wrote you off without a second thought. Remember it. Burn it into your mind, not for revenge, but for perspective. Because the higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. The same mouths that curse you today will try to bless you tomorrow, will twist their stories to make it seem like they were with you all along. But you know better. You know who left and who stayed, who believed when it was all falling apart, and who only came around when the lights were back on. Let them talk. Let them smile. Let them act like they weren't praying for your downfall. Smile back. Nod. Be gracious. But never forget. God saw it all. He saw who crossed oceans for you and who couldn't even step over a puddle. He saw who was real and who was just waiting for an opportunity to take your place. He's keeping score even when you're not. So keep building. Keep rising. Keep proving them wrong without saying a word. Because every step you take is another nail in the coffin of their doubts. Another slap in the face to everyone who said you'd never make it. They wanted to see you fall, but all they've done is give you a stage. So climb higher. Fight harder, shine brighter. Make it so undeniable, so blindingly clear that even the ones who hate you most have to admit that God was with you all along. Make them watch. Make them regret. Make them choke on every word they ever said against you. Because the truth is, you're just getting started. And here's the real twist. The reason they want to see you fall so badly is that deep down, they know they can't reach where you're going. It's easier for them to try and drag you back down than to admit they don't have the strength to climb themselves. They see something in you that terrifies them. Resilience, grit, that unbreakable part of your soul that refuses to die no matter how many times life buries you. It makes them sick, makes them seethe with envy, because every breath you take is proof that they're not trying hard enough. They disguise their jealousy as criticism, their bitterness as concern, hoping you'll buy the lie and start doubting yourself. But don't. The louder they get, the more it proves you're doing something right. You don't hear whispers about people going nowhere. You only hear them about threats, about those who actually have a shot at breaking out of the cage. Everyone else is rotting in. They don't hate you because you're failing. They hate you because you're surviving. Because every step forward you take is a reminder that they gave up too soon. And the truth is, most of them wouldn't survive a day in your shoes. They talk a big game, pretend like they've been through storms, but storms don't break you if you've never left the porch. Real pain isn't a story you tell at parties, isn't a badge of honor you flash to look tough. Real pain is what you carry alone, what keeps you up at night, What makes your hands shake when you think about it too long? It's the kind that leaves scars nobody else can see. That makes you flinch at kindness. Because you've learned the hard way that every hand reaching out usually wants something. They couldn't walk a mile with that kind of weight. Couldn't last a day with the shadows that follow you. That's why they try so hard to tear you down. Because watching you endure what would destroy them is a mirror they can't stand to look in. So let them talk. Let them pretend they understand your journey. The truth is, the only one who's been with you every step of the way is God. The only one who saw the nights you almost gave up, the prayers said with eyes swollen from crying, the battles fought behind closed doors. And he didn't bring you this far just to abandon you now. You ever notice how some people only reach out when they hear you're doing well? They vanish when you're drowning, but suddenly pop back up when you're learning how to swim. They come around with fake smiles and half-hearted questions, pretending like they care, but you can see it in their eyes. They're not happy for you. They're threatened. They can't stand the idea of you succeeding without them. Can't bear to see you shine after they left you in the dark. And it's almost funny how they try to downplay your progress. How they twist their words to make it seem like you owe them something. They'll say they're proud of you, that they knew you could do it. But the truth bleeds through every syllable. They didn't believe in you. They believed in the version of you that needed them. The one they could control. The one that wasn't a threat to their fragile egos. But that version's dead. Buried with the trust they shattered and the loyalty they trampled. You owe them nothing. Not a smile, not an explanation, not a single second of your time. Keep your circle small and your vision sharp. God doesn't send crowds to fulfill his promises. He sends storms to test if you're ready. And don't think the battles are over just because you've made it out of the last one alive. The higher you climb, the stronger the wind gets, the more enemies appear. Some of them you'll see coming. The obvious ones. The ones who never hid their hate. But the dangerous ones, they're the ones who smile to your face, who clap when you win, but whisper when you leave the room. You need discernment. Need to pray for eyes that see through masks and ears that hear what's not being said. Even Judas kissed Jesus before he betrayed him. Let that sink in. Betrayal never comes from strangers. It comes from the ones close enough to touch, close enough to know where to stick the knife, where it'll hurt most. But God saw that too. He knew who'd turn on you before you ever did. Knew which paths would lead to dead ends. Which hands would let go when you reached out. And he let it happen, not to break you, but to teach you. To show you that the only foundation worth building on is him. People will switch sides, will rewrite history to paint themselves as heroes, will pretend like they were there all along. But God doesn't forget. The same ones who mocked Noah while he built the ark were the first to drown when the rain came. And when you start to question why it's taking so long, why the pain keeps coming, why every step forward feels like a fight, remember that the strongest warriors get the hardest battles, that the more valuable the mission, the more vicious the opposition. You're not facing all this for nothing. The enemy doesn't go to war for empty vessels. He goes to war for those carrying greatness. You weren't created to live in shadows, weren't built to blend in, weren't saved from the pit just to go back to the dirt. Every time they tried to bury you, they just planted a seed. And God's been watering it with every tear, every sleepless night, every prayer said when the walls were closing in. Keep going. Keep fighting. Keep building even when your hands are bleeding, even when your heart's breaking, even when it feels like God's gone silent. Faith isn't about sunshine and rainbows. It's about believing in the dark what He told you in the light. It's about moving forward when everything in you is screaming to quit. It's about trusting that every closed door was for your protection, every delay for your preparation, every setback for your elevation. You were chosen for this, not because you're the smartest, the strongest, or the most qualified, but because you're the one who wouldn't quit, because you're the one who'd keep praying, keep fighting, keep getting back up no matter how many times life tried to put you down. They wanted to see you fall because they thought you were alone, but God was with you the whole time, in the shadows, in the silence, in the pain. He was building you when they were breaking you, preparing a table in the presence of your enemies, setting the stage for a comeback they won't see coming. So stop worrying about who's against you and focus on who's with you. Stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Stop wasting energy proving your worth to those who are blind to it. You've got a destiny that demands every ounce of focus, every breath, every step forward. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them wait for you to fall. They've already lost, because the God who pulled you out of the pit isn't done yet. This is just the beginning. So keep rising, keep fighting, keep praying. Make them choke on their laughter. Make them regret every word. Make them watch as God takes you places they'll never reach, because they wanted to see you fall. But God lifted you higher. And that, my friend, is the punchline they'll never see coming. And don't get it twisted. Just because you're still breathing doesn't mean the battles are over. The hardest part about surviving isn't the wounds, isn't the scars, isn't even the loneliness. It's the constant war in your own mind. The whispers that creep in when the lights go out. The doubts that echo every time you try to take a step forward. You can be surrounded by people and still feel like you're fighting alone. And maybe that's the point. Maybe God isolated you because He needed you to see that nobody else was coming to save you. That it's on you to get up, to fight back, to drag yourself out of the pit, even when your hands are raw and your knees are bleeding. What they don't understand
And my bad, y'all. I just had to get that little workout out the way. That was a workout for what, about 40 minutes? You know, I went yesterday for a few minutes, and today, as long as the man woke me up, I told myself I was gonna, go a little extra. Went harder than I did yesterday. Did that. So it's nothing but a blessing. I got that out the way. Appreciate y'all for joining the live. Y'all know I'm going through some mental battles right now, but that's why I'm, took my ass to the gym real quick. Got me a nice little pump in. Shit like that. I'm going on a nice little walk. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all wanna, I'm cutting right now, so I can see my abs a little bit, but by the time the summer get here, I really wanna be cut up. But if y'all wanna do it, get a little cold or whatever, it's best that you get your damn steps out the way early. So that's what I'm doing. Get your walking and shit out the way early. So, cause later on, when the evening come around, y'all know most people don't want to do the walking, they don't want to work out no more. So just get it out the way early so you don't got to focus on it later on. And the only thing you got to focus on later on is just making sure your diet on point. Not eating no fried shit and all that type bullshit, That's what I'm finna do, I'm gonna get all my steps out the way, probably before like 1 o'clock. I done hit me 3 sets of ab workouts. I done hit the biceps. I done did some chest workouts. I done did some pull-ups, you know what I'm saying? Didn't do too much. And then tomorrow I'm gonna work on strictly legs, squats, lunges, shit like that. I really don't like legs. As long as the man wake me up tomorrow, I'll get the legs out the way. But I'm resting right now, I done did that workout, okay, bam. I'm gonna retweet my shit on Twitter and shit like that, work that Twitter shit. And what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to do a little research so I can get my Reaction channel shit back busting, check a few emails, things like that. Wars nonstop. What's up, Savage Wave? Nah, for real. Yeah, I was crying yesterday. I was crying last night. I don't give a damn. You feel me? Me personally, the man I am, I don't give a fuck what nobody gotta say. Honestly. Shit. Nobody. Call me a bitch. Call me whatever you want. At the end of the day, these hands work and words don't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? If anything, how I view myself be hurting me at times. Or, things I want to do in life, they're not happening right now. I'm not saying that it won't happen ever. But right now, I feel like I'm in a standstill. And I told y'all, I'm telling y'all things that can help my mental health. And like I said, I feel like a lot of people just laughing in the cut, happy that I can't, achieve the things I want to achieve because they know this work ethic too crazy, respectfully. I'm working on my passport. Word is bond. I have my passport, I go to a cheap ass country, bro. I take my ass to Thailand, bro. Call that shit a day. Or if it ain't even Thailand, I go somewhere else and let the man above just, guide me. Wherever he tell me to go, I'll go. But yeah, I got a friend, buddy got his passport. And I know a passport costs about like $300. 300 and some change. And even with that, depending on what country you want to go to, you got to have your passport for a certain amount of time. So that's how that works. I could get my passport today, but in certain countries, you're still going to have to wait about 6 to 8, 9 months, How you doing? Where you headed, Taquan? What country you headed to? There's nothing wrong with you. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't care if I seen a million niggas crying. Hey, this motherfucking goose about to get that ass shot. Motherfucker gonna get the hissing at me. That they get shot. And if one of them get hit, all of them getting hit. I don't give a fuck about no national law. Motherfucker hissing me again, I'm gonna have something for that ass. Aruba. Yeah, I never been to Aruba. I'm gonna be real, y'all. Y'all know, respectfully, I really wanna focus on my income before I do anything. Cause like I said, even with that type of say hypothetical, I did have my passport. I ain't even gonna lie, even if I did go on a vacation, my mind's so caught up in my income stream and adding to it, I wouldn't even be able to enjoy no motherfucking vacation. The only time I feel free, ladies and gentlemen, where I can get that shit a break and stop thinking about it is motherfucking when I'm at the beach. Like a nice beach, not no beach, a dirty ass beach, but like that's why I love Virginia Beach so much. And I love Virginia Beach. Another reason I did a whole video on this shit last year. You know, my last birthday, but I love Virginia Beach so much because I used to go to Virginia Beach like every summer. For like a few summers, I used to go to Virginia Beach. My pops used to take me up there, and I used to see my cousins. And I was the youngest cousin, and it's like I just felt like I was in Miami. Like I just felt like I was in Miami, y'all. So it's like I got sentimental value when I go to Virginia Beach. Like it used to be my whole family and shit on my pop side. You know, his sister, her, you just be a big ass vibe, bro. And I miss that. But I don't fuck with them. So it's just like, you know, I'm a grown man now. That's just what it is. Like I said, I don't give a fuck if I seen a billion niggas crying. Bitches and niggas try to down somebody because they're a human. Like, nigga, we ain't Arnold Schwarzenegger. This ain't iRobot. You feel me? Like, make it make sense. I don't give no fucks what a motherfucker gotta say about me. If a real man don't cry, okay, I guess I ain't a real man then. That's you know what I'm saying? That's how you view the shit. That's how you view it. I don't view myself like that. I swear to God, that bitch about to get shot. I'm walking and shit. I ain't even paying that bitch no mind. That bitch gonna start hissing at me. Y'all ain't hear that? That bitch say, yeah, you wanna make noise? I'm finna make a bigger noise. I'm finna get something that's gonna wake the whole neighborhood up. Keep playing. All y'all niggas be dead around this. I won't have no birds around here. Hey, when I was at the gym, did y'all hear them bitches in the background? Or am I tripping? Fuck, I need to go sit down somewhere. Well, I mean, I made a whole video letting y'all know how I feel. So I don't know, yeah, just because I woke up one day and I'm grateful to be alive, that still don't mean, you know, that the thoughts done changed up. You know, respectfully, I'm being honest. I'm surviving. I think we talked about this on live the other day. I'm surviving. I ain't living, you know, and I put in work. I put in crazy work on the internet, you know, just because I know where I'm headed. And it's like, let me tell y'all some real shit. It's like people be upset at you. People really be upset at you because you don't want to be regular. Like, I was looking at the comments, you know, everybody look at the comments. I'm looking at the comments and shit. And I'm just seeing people talking about, not everybody, but a few people talking about some, like, nah, fuck all that. Somebody emailed me trying to, like, be my mentor or some shit. Talking about some, you should just go get a job. And this is my viewpoint on the job. I'm not knocking no job. I've been and had a job. I done had a million jobs. Probably worked more jobs than a lot of y'all. Respect, this ain't no pissing contest, no nothing. But this is where my mental at. People want you to do what they do because in a sense that's normal. My brain isn't normal. You see what I'm saying? The thoughts that be in my brain aren't normal. My ideas that will come to life aren't normal. But the majority of the people though, they want you to stay normal. They want you to do what they do, you know, and I don't agree with that. I don't fuck with it. How's your merch going? Anything come? I mean, I got this. When I was talking about the merch, wasn't none of y'all buying. Respectfully. Y'all see me just getting started with that shit and y'all won't supporting that shit. I'm just being honest. And I ain't trying to get on you, Jasper, but I'm just being real. When I had that merch out, wasn't nobody fucking with it. So I don't give a damn about it. It'll happen when it happen, you know? But yeah, shout out to Yannick. What up, Yannick? I remember the first time Yannick, that was the second or third time you hopped on the live. I remember that shit, Yannick. But he done sent a donation and all that. First few times his ass and went on live. I said, okay. And what's up? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Cartervet? Shout out to Cartervet, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. But yeah, let me tell y'all, bro. So basically, I had a whole email. I can show y'all the email too when I get back to the crib. But bro, I got a whole email about basically somebody sending me shit like LinkedIn, Indeed, all type of shit. Basically telling me you should get a job and cut this YouTube shit out. And, I'm glad y'all on live right now, and I need y'all to everybody put a thumbs up right now if y'all can hear me. Put a thumbs up right now if you listening right now, because I'm finna spaz. I ain't finna be yelling and raising my voice, but I'm finna spaz. I'm finna tell y'all some real shit. Put a thumbs up in the chat right now if you listening. And I got your undivided attention. Put a thumbs up in the chat right now. Shouldn't take that long for you to hit that damn thumb. Okay, shout out Cartervet. He put a thumb up. First one put a thumb up. Taquan put a thumb up. Let me tell y'all this. It be so funny how people, this my thing. I'm really finna snap. Cause people will tell you give up on the internet shit, give up on trying to make some internet money, they're basically telling me to give up on myself and give up on that shit, right? But then this shit's so funny because it's like, folks, I bet you they were saying the same thing. Oh, Nikki put a thumbs up. Yana put a thumbs up. Shout out to y'all putting a thumbs up. They'll tell me to give up on my dreams, right? You feel me? They'll tell me to give up on my dreams, right, ladies and gentlemen? But just check me. Don't you think they was doing that to everybody who's successful now? I'm gonna say a few YouTubers that I watch personally and I rock with their content. AMP, the whole AMP clique. Don't you think people was telling them the same shit? Go get a job. That shit ain't gonna work. And what the fuck happened to them? AMP, who else? DDG, who else? Casanet, Duke Dennis, all them. I'm just naming motherfuckers that I could literally say, but yeah, I watch their content, I get inspired and I got motivated to watch. Don't you think they were saying that same shit to them? But the funny thing is, people only give you they little 2-cent bitch ass, broke ass advice when they see the shit not working. When it's not working, they got everything to say. But when it's working, everybody and their mama want to say congratulations. So that's why I don't even really hear what the fuck people talking about. Because people will say I'm crazy and people say it ain't working until the shit work. And then once the shit work, they be like, oh, I knew you could have did it. I knew you would have did it. I believed in you since day one. That's how the fuck this shit go. I'm just being honest, bro. Niggas be lying. Bro, these motherfuckers be cap, bro. Comment out. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? So this is my thing, bro. Stop listening to people. And bro, I'm about to make a whole video on this shit too, bro. Bro, I'm gonna be real. Why the hell do I want to listen to some folks that's still working in a 9 to 5? I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not saying y'all don't have great advice, but y'all just hear me out. I don't want to be no 9 to 5 worker no more. So why the fuck would I listen to somebody that was somewhere I was at and I chose in my mind, I don't want to do that no more. I'd rather put in 80 hours a week, 60 hours a week doing something I can do. Why wouldn't I listen to somebody who headed where I'm headed or already at where I want to be at? Can y'all help me out? Does that make any sense for an entrepreneur? Like, for real, bro. Like, I'm to the point in my life now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm damn near disgusted of a job, bro, because I've been traumatized. Because I'm just give y'all an example. Like, I hate when I work at a job and I do everything they tell me to do. I do everything right. I'll fucking sweep the floor a million times. I'll sweep the floor a million times because I ain't got nothing else to do right. And then motherfuckers will say some shit. Your manager or you know what I'm saying, your manager or somebody else of a higher power, they get to walking around, you be feeling like you got to damn near hold your fart in. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that feeling of feeling like I'm stepping on eggshells just for this $10 an hour, $11 an hour. And let's really be honest, it don't take your ass it don't take no hour to make no $20, bro. So that, I'm gonna be real. Like I said, it don't take no, bro, I'll say it again. It don't take no hour to make no $20 gang. It don't, my nigga. It don't. If y'all really do y'all research on the Board of Education, you will learn that the person who really funded the school systems and shit, you will learn that motherfucker wanted to create a nation of workers, not a creation of thinkers. He wanted a nation of workers, not thinkers. So of course it looked like I'm doing wrong because I'm not doing what the majority is doing. Well, whole time I'm just using my brain. If you can use your brain to make $400, $500, $700 in a week, why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you do it? It don't matter what state you in. It's motherfuckers in different countries that can make that shit happen. So I don't want to hear that. That's an excuse. And I'm finna block your ass. I don't like negative ass comments and doubt. Because that doubt, I gotta fight harder to keep that doubt out of my mind. So I'm finna just start blocking y'all broke ass, bum ass comments. Like this nigga talking about you live in the wrong state. You have the wrong state of mind. Let's talk about that. I feel you play work is not for everybody. Jobs stay playing in people's faces. Hell yeah, bro. They been playing in people's faces. They been playing in people's faces for come on. They been playing in people's faces. Since you can fucking remember, them motherfuckers, your manager or the motherfucker over them will be thinking like they run your life. Like, dead ass serious. It be motherfuckers, just for another example, motherfuckers will say some shit like, oh, I'm finna send you home. And I'm finna stalk your ass when you go home. What you mean you finna send me home and I did everything you asked me to do and you trying to flex? You trying to flex in front of these little bitches right here? Or these little niggas right here? Or you trying to flex in front of you folk? Just cause, man, come on, that's what it be for. It be ego. Motherfuckers be popping their ego. I swear to God, bro, when motherfucker be a manager or a general manager, I swear to God, bro, they be popping ego. Comment down below if y'all done had people say that shit to you. You be working, you doing your job, and then motherfuckers say some shit like, oh, I'm finna send you home. You be like, huh? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, and you talking about you gonna send me home. Look at Isaiah. Let's see if he make $1 million at that job. You can say whatever you want to, bro. I'll be a bum. I'll be whatever you say I am. Whatever you think I am. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. My bum ass, shit, my goddamn mental clarity better than a whole lot of folks that go get up and slave for a job who really don't give a fuck about you. Your parents could pass away tonight or tomorrow, and your job gonna be like, you still coming to work? You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking. I don't want y'all ever think I'm knocking the job like I wouldn't get no job again and all that. But I'm just being real. Where my mind is at, bro. Once you get shown too much, or you got them been making a living out of not working no job, and you done made money from other hustles and shit like that, and paid your rent off other hustles, bro. I swear to God, you gonna look at working for somebody else different. So a lot of y'all that's trying to knock me for not wanting to work for somebody, it's because you ain't made no hustle up that can pay your rent too. That's really what it is. Talking about fix them teeth. Okay. And when they get fixed, you ain't gonna see it. Be real. What's up, Dion? You're gonna be okay. You're just going through life to learn whatever the universe wants to teach you. Exactly. Appreciate that, Yannick, for the donation. Man, you know they be hating, bro. Bro, the folks that be hating, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all some real shit. Folks that be hating on entrepreneurs, bro, they be mad because they're too scared to take that leap. That's what it is. So they'll rather work for a company that don't give a fuck about them because they feel okay with that comfort knowing they get paid every week or every 2 weeks. I started like that. I get it. I understand. I'm just telling y'all, once you make some money outside of a 9 to 5, especially legally, you're gonna be looking at that 9 to 5 or that W-2 like, I really don't need this shit. I mean, I'm to the point now, I'm gonna be real, y'all. There's been times I done went to a job, ladies and gentlemen, I done went to a job, and I'm already in my mind, like, I know I'm not finna be here long. Like, I know I'm fucking around gonna quit this bitch at any moment. And I'm tired of wasting time. That same time I spent at an orientation or going to a job interview or this and that, I could find something out here in the world to sell. Because that's what the fuck all these companies we working for doing. All they doing is selling something. And they got the worker getting it ready so they can sell it. That's what the fuck going on. And I ain't finna talk y'all head off about this shit, but like I said, let's go back to what I was talking about, bro. Do you think they was telling, bro, I'm pretty sure they was telling every your favorite YouTuber, they was probably telling them the same shit. Go get a job, bro. That shit not gonna work. You're wasting your time. It's not gonna work. And then as soon as that shit worked, they damn near dick riding, ready to suck a motherfucker dick because it worked. And they ain't gonna apologize. Motherfuckers don't apologize when they wrong. You know what they gonna say? Congratulations. I'm telling you. Exactly. Your mindset won't allow you to work personally. I can't work for $15 an hour when I can get 200, even though the 200 isn't consistent. Nah, it don't matter. You can make it consistent, Nikki. You know what I'm saying? When you really change that mindset and you don't have no worker mindset, when motherfucker gotta tell you what to do, you get that motivation and you get that burning desire. You get a burning desire. You're like, you damn near can't sleep without making this shit happen. It don't matter if you ain't making money every day or how you want to, just knowing that you can do this shit, you gonna feel good. Oh, damn, that cutting? I'm just being real, bro. Bro, I swear to God, bro. My mind, I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. My mindset changed. Bro, I had quit my job. The best job I had, I worked at a factory. I was working at a factory, and the most I ever got paid at that factory was like $400 in a week. Y'all comment down below if y'all ever heard of the company UniFirst. It's a uniform company. They all over the United States. It's a uniform company. Y'all comment down below if y'all heard of UniFirst, the company. And I swear to God, in my city, at the time, 2018, 2019, I swear for God, I was, in a sense, one of the hardest workers in there. They didn't give a fuck about none of that. And I say that to say this. When I quit that job, you know what I'm saying? Because I just felt like I was stuck. And when I felt like I was stuck, I had quit the job, right? And I'm going to tell y'all what I did. When I quit that job, I had got a QP. I got 4 ounces of weed, y'all. When I got 4 ounces of weed that week, I made $700 without having a job, selling weed. And that shit changed my mindset. I swear for God, when I quit that job, my first week of not having a job, I made $700 selling weed. I made $100 a day selling weed. Like, dead ass serious. And at that moment, I was 19 at the moment, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, and at the time, me being 19, that's the most money I ever made by myself. That's the most money I ever made. So at that moment, my mindset started changing, like, something ain't right. Yeah, I know selling weed was illegal, you know what I'm saying? It's illegal and shit, but it's still the fact that I was able to sell something. And I made way more. I done doubled my goddamn money working for somebody else. And I was smoking, vibing, listening to music, doing my thing, and profited $700 in a week. The same week I was working at that job, my paycheck could be like $340, $330 or some shit. So that's when my mindset changed. And a lot of y'all were going to down what I'm saying because y'all haven't risked that shit like that. Y'all haven't quit y'all job and had to figure it out real quick. And then actually, you know, did what you said you was going to do. A lot of y'all ain't did that. So y'all going to knock somebody who done did it before. You know? And bro, I ain't gonna lie, Dion, my mindset never went back. My mindset, you right. I did go back to working at some jobs, because I ain't gonna lie, that happened when I was 19. I worked like 5 more jobs until now. But my mindset never changed back to that worker mindset. Like, I would be disgusted when I was at jobs. Like, I swear to God, I see motherfuckers happy and shit come to work and all that. And in my head, I'm like, boy, I can't wait to leave. In my head, I'm like, I was a dishwasher about 2 years ago. I even, on this channel, bro, I got shorts. Go look at the shorts on this channel, bro. You will see me working and running to work. Mind you, at 19, my mindset had already changed. Once I made that $700 in a week after I quit my job, my mindset changed and ain't never go back. Like, that's what I'm saying. So when it's like people be telling me, go get a job, that shit ain't gonna work, that shit not consistent, that shit ain't gonna work. You only saying that because it's not working now. Once that shit work, motherfuckers gonna hit you with the fake ass, congratulations, congratulations. Man, that's what the fuck be happening. I'm telling you, bro. I worked at the Uniforce company, bro. The Uniforce company, bro. And then I'm gonna be real, even when I turned 21, ladies and gentlemen, I try to go back and work there. And like I said, great. I did great working there. You know what I'm saying? Only reason why they probably didn't fuck with me is because I left without letting them know. I gave them like a week's heads up and I stopped going after like the 2nd or 3rd day, you know, because my ass was, I was going through living situations, you know, and I guess they wanted me to stay there for a whole week and shit, you know, but they was hating on me too. It got to a point where I had changed my schedule up. They said I can change my schedule up. So I started coming earlier. I started coming up at like 6 o'clock. You know, I started coming at 6 o'clock and leaving at goddamn what? Nah, I got there like 5. I was clocking at 5 or some shit, and I was leaving at 1, 2 o'clock. Them niggas ain't like that shit. Even though I got my 8 hours in, which I could do, they ain't like that shit. So when I tried to apply again, they denied me. And that was just another reason to be like, bro, why the fuck am I about to bend over backwards for these niggas for $300 a week? And there's ways you can make more than $300 a week, you know, using your brain or going to go sell something yourself legally. You feel me? You see what I'm saying, Dion? And that's what I'm saying. I respect Dion so much because Dion said he do both. Dion do both. And I'm like, I'm not knocking y'all working a job and shit. I swear I'm not knocking it. But me personally, if a motherfucker try to tell me I'm finna go home or some shit like that, I'ma damn near catch a charge. I'm gonna catch a charge because I'ma feel like you playing with my little place to stay. And if I'm a great worker, and I'm a great worker, and companies don't give a fuck about no great worker because they look at it like I can replace you at any moment. And I'm the kind of nigga, you threaten my place to stay, because if you telling me you gonna send me home and I ain't did shit wrong, you threatening my place to stay, and I'm gonna fuck around spaz on your ass. So I'd rather not even go through that and figure this shit out. You know. Yeah, I might have to save my money more and shit like that, but bro, ain't nobody finna play with me like that. You not finna play with me like that. No, I got tired of him. Like that's a pet peeve of mine. I'm a great worker, and you gonna tell me, oh, I'm finna send you home. You know what I'm saying? Or cause it ain't shit to do or some shit. You see me sweeping up the same spot. Or just in general, you walk around, I gotta walk around on eggshells. I gotta act like I'm busy and shit. Like, man, I hate that shit. If it ain't shit to do, it ain't shit to do. Them niggas want you to goddamn be brushing. Bro, them niggas want you to use a toothbrush and scrub the goddamn floor down there. That's what the shit be feeling like. Just so you can stay busy. You know how dumb I feel doing that shit? I'm not doing it. I don't want to do that. I'd rather scrub some other shit on my own, make my own money. I'm not doing that. I'll go out this bitch selling water, selling cases of water or something. Shit. Fuck. I hate that shit, bro. Them niggas will really have you walking on eggshells. You'll do everything you supposed to do. Them motherfuckers will have you ain't got nothing to do. Bro, that's what them motherfuckers be telling you. They be like, you ain't got nothing to do, find something. That's the type of shit they be on. You don't got nothing to do, figure it out. That's what they be on. That's what they be on. Figure it out. I figure this shit out on my own. Oh, cool. That's why I had to get my money up. Cause I'm telling you, you're not finna play with my bread. You're not finna play with my rent. Imagine I done got evicted cause your ass like, oh, I'm finna send you home. Boy, I'm finna shoot your car up with you in it. So I'd rather not even go through that and just figure this shit out on my own. Yeah, it might be harder, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, y'all, let me charge this phone up. I'm about to charge this phone up. Ooh. I'm about to charge this phone up. Y'all comment down below if y'all appreciate this live. Y'all let me know if y'all appreciate this live. And I'm going to see y'all in a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to charge this phone up. Take me a shower, all that. Y'all know I got back from the gym. But yeah. Appreciate y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Nikki, Mord. Y'all know what's up. Nikki, you gonna buy me a ticket? I need something to let my frustrations out on. Or maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Appreciate all y'all, bro. But like I said in them videos, bro, I stand on everything I said in them videos, bro. Right now, y'all just seeing the resilience in me. That's all y'all seeing. Y'all seeing the relentlessness. That's all y'all seeing. I still feel that way. That's just what it is. And I ain't finna fake it like I don't. I can't fake it. If you looking for me to fake it, you got the wrong nigga. I'm telling you, you got the wrong nigga if you think I'm finna fake it. But yeah. Appreciate y'all. See y'all in the next live. Probably gonna be about an hour or two. I got this slow ass phone charger. Appreciate y'all time, ladies and gentlemen. Just food for thought for what I said. You know?